do that riffle last because it's the furthest away. Maybe come down and do this riffle first. Welcome to Sharon Creek. My name's Ann Lyon and I'm with the Mill Creek Alliance. And we're here to teach you today how to sample for macroinvertebrates in this beautiful stream behind me. Well, Ollie, are you ready to collect some macroinvertebrates?
Heck yeah.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the net. And to do that, we want to look at which direction the water's flowing. And notice how it's flowing straight at us. We want to set our net perpendicular. Okay, and I'm stretching the bottom of the net taut. But see how it's still coming up a little bit? We don't want our critters to go under the net, so I'm going to have you put a rock in the middle of the front of that net to keep that net flush with the ground. Great. Now, notice how the net, what size the net is. I want you to draw an invisible box the same size as the net. I want you to stand at the end. We're going to go from the bottom to the top, and I want you to pick up each rock, keep it under the water, and rub it, and those critters should flow right into the net. Try to put the rocks back exactly where you found them, because think about it as your living room. You don't want to leave the couch upside down or anything. That looks perfect. You might want to lay that rock back down so you don't hit it. The second part we're going to do is kicking. And the reason we do a kicking is because we're trying to get stuff that might be in the actual mud in the bottom of the stream. So I want to have you stand the way you're standing, and I want you to use your outside leg. I want you to bend your inside leg, and I want you to use glancing blows and kick. And mud should come up, which is fine. And I want you to do that from the back to the front. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you help me get the net up. So I want you to stand in front of the net facing me, and I want you to grab the corners, the bottom of the net. I want you to pull the rock up first that we put down. Now I'm going to push this forward, and we're going to pull it up. We're going to close this net, and we're going to take it to the shore. Probably the most important part, and also the most fun part of any kind of macroinvertebrate sampling, is finding out what you actually captured on your net. We've got all kinds of critters on here, but at first glance it just looks like I got a bunch of leaves. Most of the stuff we're going to find is going to be really small. So I'm going to look down here. If I take my forceps like this and I run them lightly across here, I should be able to see things move. For instance, look what I found. I found a really nice little water penny walking along the net. I'm going to take those critters and I'm going to put them in a pan of water. And I'm going to keep going until I've collected most of the critters off this net, and then I'm going to try to identify everything I've found. Amplify. Look at that. Different species. Well, let's see what we've got in here. Let's get this guy out. Good. There we go. Maybe I can help him. There we go. Okay, let's look. What's the thing we notice most about them?
6 legs.
Okay, notice anything else?
I see gills, and I see 3 like tails.
Okay, here's some with 3. Does it look like any of those guys?
I'd say number 1. It's really small compared to those other pictures. Yep.
Heptagenea?
And I can actually see its gills right now.
Yeah, the big difference is that all the mayflies are going to have their gills going down the abdomen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Okay.
And that particular one that you're looking at is Heptagenea. It's a pretty common one that we have here in central and southern Ohio. Well, the final step in the process is after we've identified everything, we want to basically do this pollution tolerance index to see how healthy our stream was. Our critters come in 3 categories: sensitive, somewhat sensitive, and tolerant. And today we collected caddisflies, mayflies, water pennies, and gilled snails in the sensitive category, and we would take these 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3 and get 12. Then we would add that to the less sensitive, and we could have damselflies. We had the common net-spinning caddisflies, crayfish, and aquatic sow bugs. So we multiply those times 2 and we get 8, so we're up to 20. And then we found midge flies, so that would give us another. So that gives us 21, and that puts us in the good category. If we were 22, we would have been in the excellent. But we only sampled 1 site, so if we'd gone back and sampled a second site, we would have probably gotten into the excellent range. Well, Ollie, that was fun.
It was.
Did you think that we'd find as many things as we found out there in those rocks?
No, I didn't.
It was really cool, and hopefully you enjoyed this too. It's, as you can see, taking a macroinvertebrate sample is a pretty easy thing to do. We collected all the critters, we identified all the critters, and we filled out a form and we gave it a score. We were lucky today. We got a score of 21, which is good. If we'd probably sampled a little longer, we would have probably gotten an excellent. So thanks for coming.